So what happened when you talked to Stryker yesterday afternoon?
Unfortunately, he was in my mother's office at KVIK.
What was he doing there?
She's buying another TV station. And he was there to sign contracts or whatever else they needed. But you know, Iris, I think that maybe I should have waited until Stryker had gotten back into his own office.
You mean she participated in the discussion about selling your stocks?
You've got it. Oh, she almost went through the roof when I wouldn't tell her what I needed the money for. And Iris, I almost went through the roof when she told me that I couldn't sell any of my stocks.
Well, they are your stocks, aren't they?
Yes. But you see, Daddy handles them for me, and I can't sell anything without Mother and Dad's approval. You see, we're both in the same situation.
Except you haven't told Stryker and Vicky an untruth yet, have you?
You mean you have?
I feel terrible about it.
What did you say to Alex?
Oh, an elaborate story about how my jeweler found a necklace he thought I might be interested in buying for $500,000.
And what did he say?
That he'd buy it for me if it made me happy.
Oh, you must have wanted to cry.
I almost did cry. I hate being dishonest with Alex.
You couldn't avoid it, honey, as long as you wanted to protect Alex and Dennis.
To make matters worse, to drag you into this, Rena, I feel terrible about that.
Well, honey, you had to turn to someone for help.
But look at the position I've put you in. You're being dishonest, too, and I hate that.
I'm not being dishonest. I just don't want anyone to know why I need that money. Besides, it's not your fault. Paige is to blame.
I will never understand how that woman tricked my son into marrying her.
Iris, wait a minute. Have you talked to Paige about helping you out of this mess?
Oh, of course I have. She's not being cooperative.
You know that she stands to lose as much as you do if it's ever discovered that she appeared in a pornographic film.
Well, she has much more to lose, but she doesn't seem to understand that yet.
You told me that Chris Shaw is blackmailing you. Can it really be that terrible?
Yes, it can, Elliot.
Paige, I'm a very sophisticated man, if that's what you're concerned about. I don't shock easily.
Please, Elliot.
I have to know. For Dennis's sake, if not for yours. Paige, if you don't tell me, I'll find out some other way. I swear I will.
I starred in a film. Film that Chris made.
A film that you're ashamed of?
A pornographic movie, Elliot. Did you say you didn't shock easily?
It was made before you returned to Houston.
Yes, it was.
And Chris Shaw has a copy.
He has the only print in his possession.
He's threatening to go to Dennis. And he wants money, obviously.
A great deal of money.
How much?
He's asking for $1 million.
How much stock are you planning to sell?
$250,000 worth. Do you think that'll satisfy Mr. Shaw?
If he's counting on $1 million?
$1 million. Oh. Iris, do you have any jewelry that Alex hasn't seen yet?
No. Why?
Well, I thought that maybe you could sell some of them without him noticing.
Well, that is a possibility. I have a lot of jewelry, heavens knows.
Let me talk to Stryker, and I'll call you.
Thank you, dear.
Iris, are you really dead set against going to the police about this?
Yes, and I absolutely will not consider letting Alex know about it either, so don't start in on
Let me
that
put it
again.
to you another way, okay? Don't you think that Chris Shaw is dangerous?
No. If I thought that, I wouldn't have gotten you involved. His only danger to me is that he can ruin my son's life and my husband's reputation.
In other words, you don't think that Chris Shaw would kill you if you didn't come through with the $1 million for him?
What would he gain by killing me?
I don't know, Iris. That's the problem. It's just that he's so creepy.
He's that all right. But he's insignificant, just a two-bit pornographer. He's greedy, but not dangerous.
$1 million? Your Mr. Shaw is going all out, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I won't bother to ask why you agreed to do such a film. Under what circumstances?
Oh, I'd gone to Hollywood, Elliot, like so many other girls, with a dream of becoming a star. My father had given me a rather sizable amount of money for just that purpose, to get me started.
What happened to it?
I lost it in a bad investment.
And that's when Chris Shaw talked you into doing the film?
Actually, there was another man involved. Someone I thought I loved. And he was really the one who talked me into it. He thought it would be a good move for me.
To appear in a pornographic movie?
He said, lots of stars start that way.
And you believed him?
Oh, Elliot, at that time, I suppose I would have believed him if he said that the moon was made of cheese.
What happened to him?
Doesn't matter. What matters is that Chris is trying to ruin my life with that film.
What about the mugging, Paige? Was Chris involved?
He needed to raise some money for a film, and there was this wealthy businessman who he approached as an investor.
You were supposed to star in this movie.
And get him to invest in it.
How?
How do you think, Elliot?
You'd go to bed with him.
But I couldn't go through with it. And, well, he got a little angry, and you saw what he did to me.
There's one thing I don't understand.
What?
How does Chris Shaw expect you to come up with such a vast amount of money by yourself?
He doesn't. He's given up on me as far as money is concerned. He's decided to go right to the source.
To Dennis?
Iris.